Let's talk about educating consumers towards this shift in the refill movement. We've often read research on how difficult it is to change consumer behavior, even when it comes to something as simple as recycling. So, how has it been for you educating consumers both in your community and outside of it to help them shift towards the whole refill movement and help them take a more ecologically conscious step in their buying behavior?
It's a good question. I think it's one that I still feel like I'm learning a lot about running a refill shop. Just understanding consumer behaviors and understanding our clients' behaviors. I think that it is definitively more convenient to grab, your dish soap in a plastic bottle at the grocery store when you're picking up your produce and milk.
Right.
It just makes sense. You kind of need it and it's there. And so we are asking people to take one extra step or one extra level of inconvenience or mindfulness or whatever you want to call it, to think differently about that consumption.
Right.
And I guess that in the end of the day, it is about the consumer choice, not necessarily the consumer behavior that's going to shift. And I think that choice, that conscious level of choice, is going to then impact the way they understand and navigate through grocery stores or farmers markets or refill shops. And I think that the hope is that we slow down a little bit and understand the impact that we're having and those negative externalities that we're not thinking about when we grab that plastic bottle off the shelf, and maybe we opt for a little bit of better way to consume.
Yeah, I mean, educating consumers is, I think, a big part of what you do, and yeah, we hope you continue to do what you do. And it is these small indie brands and stores that actually are going to propel this movement forward, and we truly believe in that.
Yeah, and I would just say that I think that our goal as an organization is to kind of shift that scale a little bit. I think right now the bottles and packaging industries have created this myth narrative that all the responsibility is on the consumer, and I think that we need to understand and hold accountable the organizations that produce these plastic bottles and everything in disposal and single-use containers, to hold them responsible too, and to help foot that bill to make reusability or recyclability more cost-effective and accessible to more people. Because I think at the end of the day, the impact is shared, I think, both in our consumer choices, but also the brands giving us the product. So I think we all have to hold that responsibility moving forward in how we think about reducing waste.